Welcome into TFW Live, the best kept secret in fantasy football, where we keep that week one feeling going all year long. This is episode 312. We're going to be joined by Dave Kluge and giving you all the lineup advice you need to dominate your week one matchups. But first, support for the show, TFW Live, is brought to you by Manscaped, the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's Performance Package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. You can join the 6 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer for you. 20% off plus free worldwide shipping with the code TFWMAN. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code TFWMAN. I'm Big Travie, and I'm joined here by my best friends, Johnny and Austin, and also our good friend, Dave Kluge. Let's bring the crew in here. Dave, happy week one, my man.
Yeah, we finally made it. It has been a long offseason, but kind of hard to believe that we've got a full slate of games kicking off in less than an hour and a half here.
I know it's time to get into it. And Dave, you told us you were tinkering at 6 a.m. this morning, so you take the crown for tinkering today.
Yeah, tinkering, tweaking, diddling, whatever you want to call it. I've been playing my
I've been staying up late too, man. Tweaking it's important.
Yeah. Dave, this is a safe place, so you're welcome with that.
Well, speaking of a safe place, want to welcome in Whisper Nation, Thomas Eglia in here, everybody else that's going to be joining the chat. Quick shout out and gratitude to all of our members on YouTube who support the show through a monthly subscription. New member Gus Ramos, Pizza Belly, Don Caples, Bailey Ziegler, Kevin Davey, Nick, Brett Zabo, John Credit, Eric Lorenzen, Donnie Tubbs, Jersey J, and Hanimal. You want to join that growing list of YouTube members? Click the join next to the video right now. And thank you to those who subscribed or followed us on social media just in the last couple of days. MT, Justin, Chad, SC Player, Derek Pritchett, Dave Glazer, and Sam Wagman, who we had on Friday, mutual friend of Dave and ours. And if you love fantasy football and want to enjoy a community where you know you belong, hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel. We're trying to get just one more subscriber on this stream. Just one more. Could be you. And if you want to know, let us know where you're streaming from. We'll shout you out on the show. What's up, Baki? Baki, you sit in here. I got plenty of lineup questions today. As you guys can see on the banner below, George Kittle out, J.K. Dobbins out, Alan Lazard out, Michael Gallup out. And we got some ins, Michael Thomas, Chris Godwin, Zach Ertz, and Drake.
Let's go, London. Zach Ertz, baby. Needed that.
Just got
Let's
the
go.
Jack.
Are you firing Ertz up? Because Ertz was one of my biggest flag plants this offseason. And I had him as my tight end 5 overall. Drafted him everywhere. I'm not feeling confident enough to start him. I've got Evan Ingram playing over him in one of my leagues today.
Okay.
Evan
You
Ingram's.
You getting nervous, Dave?
Hey,
he hasn't practiced in weeks.
Yeah.
That's a beta move, but it's okay. This is week one,
might
baby.
be.
Let's go. Fight. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I get it. I get the concern. I would definitely go with matchup. Like if you, luckily enough, if you were lucky enough to face the tight ends on Thursday night, then I would go with Ertz. I would still roll because here's the thing: he's going to be the number one option. I understand he didn't practice over the last couple of weeks. But
the number one option over Hollywood? Or you're just saying
dude.
option?
No. I'm saying he's yes.
Get out of here.
Just get out of town, dude.
No, because here's the deal. Kyler, our offensive line, not good. Okay. Kyler is going to be scrambling. He looks for Ertz as his check down, and they wouldn't put him out there. I'm pretty sure this was more of a he could have went if needed earlier last week, but they knew that they needed him for this game with Hopkins out. And I do think Hollywood has a good game. Don't get me. I think there's going to be a shootout.
Yeah.
But I do think I'm with you on Ertz this whole season. I do think it's a little bit overblown as to the extent of that calf injury.
All right.
Dave, do you think that Hollywood becomes do you think that Hollywood becomes Kyler's number one option, not just the number one read, but leads the team in overall targets?
I do. Yeah. I mean, Hollywood, he never put up elite numbers because he was playing in Baltimore, but he was drawing, really good peripherals there. He was always putting up a top 20 target share. And, I love Lamar Jackson, but I think that Kyler Murray is a more accurate passer. They've got that history from college that I think is going to translate right into the pros. So I think that regardless of whether AJ Green is there, DeAndre Hopkins, Rondale Moore, I think Hollywood is the number one there. I think he leads the team in targets per game, even when they're at full health.
Yeah, no, I mean, we talked about this a little bit when we had John earlier in the year that Hopkins wasn't a big target monster last year. He was kind of living off touchdowns, right? So you could definitely see a situation because like Christian Kirk, even last year was kind of having games where he would have more targets than Hopkins in spells. So I think if he comes back, then you've got Marquise Brown probably playing that slot role. It's going to be interesting to see how that offense clicks when they're all together, if they do all get healthy together. Everybody in here
in so many lineups. I got him in my underdog lineup.
He's a smash this week.
He's
Hollywood everywhere.
But Dave, that would be my more so concern with Ertz is when you get Hopkins back, because those other weapons are a lot better. That's when I am worried about, Ertz being a top 5 tight end at that point. But I think through 6 weeks, the first 6 weeks, he will be, like you said, a top 5 play.
All right.
Yeah, everybody here in the chat saying what's up. Donnie Tubbs, Andre Silva, Hanimal. Andre with our first question here. Damian Pierce or A.J. Dillon, half-point PPR. A little scary that Bakhtiari and Jenkins are out. I'll go to you here, Dave. What do you think about this Damian Pierce or A.J. Dillon? Because Pierce not in a great matchup himself either.
Yeah, I'm going to A.J. Dillon here. Everybody looks at Dillon, and he's just got this huge body. You think that all he can do is pound between the tackles, but he is a fantastic pass catcher. We saw it last year. He had the second best catch rate among all running backs. So I think that the offense, both on the ground and through the air, is going to run through A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones this week. So I got Dillon as a top 20 running back in my rankings this week.
Let's go.
I talk about throwing a little bit of caution coming in just a week 1. We talked about the thuds. I'm anticipating it's a little anticlimactic, but in this week 1 atmosphere, whether it's PTSD or just a little bit of hesitation, you just all of a sudden it's like, well, which guys are we really high on that could thud? Cam Akers or Allen Robinson from that Thursday night kickoff style, who could just thud. And like, I love Damian Pierce. I got him in the listener league. I was high on him in rookie drafts, but there's a world where he doesn't have the pass catching work that goes to Rex Burkhead, and they're not finding themselves the Texans that is on the goal line that often. So even if he is the goal line back, he might not be getting a lot of goal line action. He might not be getting any passing down work either. So then he's just the early down back on a subpar offense, which is like you got a starting running back, but it's like an RB4 status on this. And you'd rather have like a high-end wide receiver 3 filling in. So I'm just saying, just brace yourself.
Don't put that juju on him. Don't put that juju.
I'm putting some think ahead, prepare for the realities coming in.
I've been saying it all offseason that it wouldn't surprise me one bit. Like Damian Pierce has a ton of talent, but if we look at his stat line at the end of the season and it's 180 carries and 35 targets, and what does that produce for fantasy? You don't get much at all. And if they're going to be playing from behind and he's getting phased out, and he can catch the ball, but he's not a good pass blocker. And that's what's really important for third down work more than the ability to catch the ball. Rex Burkhead is a fantastic
Dave, did you see him absolutely delete that Saints linebacker, though? Come on, dude. They put him in there. He almost body slammed the dude.
So here's the thing.
After they saw that, they put him in bubble wrap and said, "Hey, you're our starter." We never saw him again. But yeah, I think that's a very good point, Austin and Dave. I think I talked about it in an article I wrote this week that I love Damian Pierce, but I got to see Rex Burkhead not siphon off that pass work for him first before I'm trusting him here. We got another one here. Who do I replace Kittle with in half-point PPR? Johnny, I'll let you take this one. If you got somebody off waivers here.
I do think that Irv Smith is an option that you can go. I also think that you can also go with David Njoku. David Njoku has been a little bit more of a popular ad over the last couple weeks, so maybe he's not available. But I would check Irv Smith against Packers. I think that you could have a good night.
I like Gerald Everett too. I think Everett's a nice start.
Or Tunyon is actually my favorite. If you can get Tunyon is
this is really just going to depend on who you got available on your waiver wire. Grab a jag tight end.
Yeah, just like hope for a touchdown at this point. Let's see, Thomas Egley.
Look at those back end tight end ones this year. Almost every single one of them is in a new situation too. So it's really hard to say who to start because everybody's playing with new quarterbacks on new teams in such different situations. So really, outside of the top like 7 or 8 guys, they're all dart throws this week.
Although I like your your throw or your pivot to Evan Ingram as well, Dave. Considering just the Philadelphia Eagles offensive scheme, that is going to be run over there. If you think about it, right, that was Doug heavily used the tight ends, right? We had Goddard, we had Ertz, so Evan Ingram. you could see where the upside is definitely there for Evan Ingram, and we know he's talented, but he just has to produce once more.
And those two tight ends are very good, but in the games that they missed, even Richard Rodgers would step up. So I think it's more of a Doug Peterson thing than it is just the tight ends that were on the roster. Doug Peterson just loves his tight ends, top 3 in dual tight end usage every year he was a head coach.
Richard Rodgers.
Hey, you usually have to pay double for that kind of action.
There we go. Thomas Egley says start 2 PPR: Swift, Monty, Miles Sanders, Penny, or Pierce. Dave, what do you think? And then we'll kind of go around the panel here.
Well, I think Monty is starting to look like a smash play this week. We were talking about before we went on air, but there was just a video that came out. If you want to check it out, Tom Pelissero just retweeted it. But Soldier Field right now is like an inch and a half of water. It's just flooded everywhere, and it's downpour. We're looking at 20, 30-mile-an-hour wind gusts. I don't think they're be throwing the ball much. So Monty is a smash for me. And then Rashad Penny is the other guy. You know, we got Ken Walker. Looks like he is going to play, I believe, but he's been dealing with the hernia. Hasn't practiced in almost a month.
No.
I don't know for sure. I could be wrong.
He's gonna be active.
I
play, but he's gonna be active.
Well, he's definitely not ruled out. I knew that of yesterday. They were definitely trying to push it. I don't know about this morning though. Dave's been up since 6 a.m. tweaking and diddling, so he knows exactly what's going on there.
Well, pretty much what I'm looking at is Kenneth Walker. Even if he does play, I don't think he's going to see much action because he's been.
No, but it's great news to hear that he'd be suited up,
no,
right?
Like based on what we do. No, it is not great news. Let's go.
If you're a penny truther, no, it's not.
Yeah, exactly. We're all penny truthers here.
No, not all of us. Just you.
All
right. So, anybody have any differences with that, Monty and Penny? We like that for week 1 here. Start 2.
Yeah.
All right. Baki Yasin comes in. Need to start 2 wide receivers. I have Devontae Adams, AJ Brown, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones. I think you're starting those first. Yeah,
in that order.
Yeah, I think you're going with those ones. Devontae Adams and AJ Brown, Baki.
For sure.
Franco Imparo, who to start in my flex full point PPR? Watkins, Ayuk, or Christian Kirk? Start this one off for us, Austin.
It's a little bit better. I kind of like this. Watkins gets a bump. Watkins is an incredibly cute pick.
Can't start him now. Yeah.
Dude. I mean, we got week 1 action. Oh, the Sammy Watkins blow-up game. Here it goes. We got Alan Lazard. He's got his ankle stepped on. Fucking Christ, how bad at a step-on did you get that you're missing like the biggest opportunity of your entire life? You get to be Aaron Rodgers' number 1 wide receiver, age 26, stepping in back-to-back MVP seasons. And you got your ankle stepped on. Sorry, dude. But anyways, Watkins gets a big bump on that one. He's blown up in the past week 1. That's the joke, and he's in a good spot. We just don't know who's going to be that option. Ayuk is looking nice too. We get the off-season bump. Trey Lance has reportedly been working well with Brandon Ayuk, and then Christian Kirk, technically the number 1. They paid him money. They wanted him to be there. I think I got to fade out Christian Kirk for this recommended start. I want to go with Watkins. I feel like Ayuk is the safest pick. Still has upside, but probably brings the lowest floor or the highest floor with him as well. Watkins to me is the fun pick. Watkins is the swing for the fences move on this one. If it was my lineup, I'd be starting Ayuk, but telling myself I was so close to starting Watkins the entire time.
I'll just bring up the weather one more time, though.
Yeah, I think that's the other
thing.
Yeah, because I had Ayuk as a must start kind of this week, but yeah, with the weather, it does scare you a little bit. I just wanted to say, Dave, you must be like, hey, welcome back, fancy, all my flag plant guys, Alan Lazard, Allen Robinson, and Zach Ertz. You're down bad this week, my boy.
It's been rough. Yeah, I mean, the big dog bash, and I was pretty happy with my team after I drafted it. But Allen Lazard, George Kittle, and who's the other one? J.K. Dobbins. 3 of my earlier picks out this week. It's brutal.
Dude,
Austin getting us ready for the thuds. I mean, we're here, man. We know we're about to be, depressed on Monday for some reason or another. Donnie coming in says, no, I love you guys. Just wanted to pop in before I hit the road. Have a great stream and a great Sunday full of football. Thanks, Donnie. We appreciate
you, Don.
Gus coming in here. Pick one for the flex. Deontay Johnson, Bateman, Damian Harris, or Ramondre, or Kyle Pitts. We've got some options here. Johnny, why don't you start us off, and then we'll work around.
Ooh, I'm either leaning. I would decide between Bateman or Pitts. Listen, I am concerned about the Deontay. I like the target share. He's going to get or he should see at least 8 targets, but I'm concerned with the injury. I heard reports that he possibly wasn't even going to play this today, through today.
Dante?
But he's trying to do a pain tolerance thing. So that's why I'm concerned with Deontay today. So I would probably go with Bateman in that spot, just because I don't know if this is a PPR or standard. But I do think Pitts is a fine play today as well. I think he's going to see a lot of targets. He should see at least 6 targets.
Dave, you've kind of been on the Damien Harris side of things. Well, at least you started the offseason that way. I don't know if you finished it that way. We hadn't talked to you at the end, really. But does that play in here? Are you thinking maybe Damien Harris or Ramondre in this one?
If it was a standard league, I might be leaning towards Damien Harris here, but I still think I'm going to go with Deontay Johnson. Johnny, you're right. The injury is a little bit concerning, but playing against the Bengals, I think that this team is going to be playing from behind by midway through the second quarter, and they're going to be forced to air the ball out a lot. So this is one of those games where, what was that?
Sorry, is it raining there? What's the weather like there? Do you know, Dave? Because I know
it's raining all over the Midwest, but I know Chicago's getting hammered harder than anywhere else.
Oh, okay.
But I just see this being one of those games where Deontay Johnson could stumble into 12 or 15 targets because they're playing from behind, and he's got the connection with Mitch Trubisky. So I think I'm leaning Deontay here, but that's a tough spot to be in, man. You got 5 good flex options here.
I know, right?
I think for me, the question marks are undeniable for all of them. Deontay Johnson gets a new quarterback, Bateman in a new role, Harris and Ramondre, we're not sure how that's going to stack up. Kyle Pitts, his role is secure, but he gets a new quarterback. I think I'm leaning on the most talented of the bunch. For me, that would be Kyle Pitts on this one. I just feel the best about if all things are somewhat equal, take the most talented of the group and let them try to do their own work. I think I'd go with Kyle Pitts on that for that reason.
That's an interesting point. I was going to ask you to kind of add, because you talked about the thuds here, and this feels like a thud situation through and through. On these
multiple guys are thudding in here.
Yeah. This week. But I like what you said there about Pitts and the talent rising above.
If Sammy, let me just ask you: if Sammy doesn't hit today, is that considered a thud?
No.
Or a dud?
No.
Or a dud? Or a dud?
I think it's week 1.
Yeah. Is Kittle playing? Kittle is out. So we've got some lamenting there for Kittle drafters. Austin Hooper, Mo Alley Cox, probably my best options. I like Austin Hooper, especially in PPR. I think he could soak up some targets. Austin's been on the Austin Hooper bandwagon all offseason. I think this is a good one. Snowman 13534 says, "Yo, what's going on, man?" Yo. Thomas Egley says, "Pick one for my flex. Swift, Miles Sanders, Pierce, or George Pickens." Dave,
that's a no-brainer. You're going DeAndre Swift here. I got him in the top 5 running back this week.
Nice flex there you got, Thomas. That's a good flex. Let's see. In PPR format, which 2 will you start? Fournette versus Cowboys, Javonte versus Seahawks, or James Conner versus Chiefs? Austin, I'll kick this one to you. It's got some good running backs here.
That's tough.
Yeah, this is nice. This is fun. PPR format. Fournette, Javonte Williams, James Conner. Javonte Williams is the one that's like, you got to start me. And then I'm like, actually, in week 1, he might be the one dealing with the most legitimate question mark of the hot-handed approach and a very viable Melvin Gordon in the backfield. I'm not worried about the rookie behind Fournette. I'm not really worried about Eno Benjamin or Darrell Williams behind James Conner. It feels kind of messed up to say Fournette and James Conner and avoid the pure hype steam smoke, all goodness Javonte Williams has been like filling our dopamine receptors with this offseason. But dopamine doesn't translate to points necessarily. Fuck, dude. Dude, okay. I think Fournette and James Conner are probably the right calls week 1, but there's no way I can
well, the problem too is that matchup for Javonte is so good. Seattle was so bad against running backs last year. But yeah, I think I'm with you too. I think just as far as the latest update, I wasn't even worried about the hot hand. It's what Brian Albright was saying about situational football for Melvin, like actually using him as the pass catcher at the goal line. If that happens, Javonte is down bad, because then we have a situation where he could be pulled off for any of these high value things. And in a PPR, I think we know Connor's going to be the whole all-around dude. And they've talked about Fournette coming off the field, but Brady's not going to want to do that till, Fournette screws up. So I'm kind of with you, Austin. I think give you a little bit of confidence in that, but Fournette and Connor for me, I think.
Kingsbury said in his press conference on Friday that they are planning on using a committee approach with Eno, with William. They kept 5 running backs on this roster, on the Arizona Cardinals roster. They like all of them. And they are so Kingsbury said Eno would be involved, Williams will be involved, and James Conner will be involved. And his direct quote was, they want to keep Conner fresh and healthy. So I don't think it's going to be right. Well, you don't do that by giving him a ton of carries. So I think Eno does get that full-blown chase role. I think he will be the pass catching back. They do like him. They've been touting him up all camp. It's been like the talk of camp basically. Just a little caution to the wind with the Conner. But it is a high over-under.
In his second league, he needs to start 2 wide receivers out of Keenan Allen, Jerry Judy, DK Metcalf, Amari Cooper. Dave, what do you think?
I think I'm starting Keenan Allen and DK Metcalf here, but that's tough. I mean, I think Keenan Allen's the smash. You're not thinking twice about that. Jerry Judy, great college talent, but we just haven't seen it now. It's been 2 years in the
Pull one out.
A lot of injuries. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel like you can't really trust Jerry Judy until we see him do something on a field. There's a lot of promise there. He could take that step forward with Russ this year, but I got to see it before I'm confident starting him. And then Amari Cooper, really good talent, but I'm afraid that he's not going to do too much until Watson steps in as a quarterback there. Jacoby Myers prefers his running backs and his tight ends. I don't think that Amari Cooper is going to be seeing a huge target share there. So you got to go with DK. They're probably going to be playing from behind. DK probably sees 8 to 10 targets, and he can score from anywhere on the field. So I'm going Keenan Allen and DK here.
Yeah, I feel like we're back in that wait and see moment, like, hey, I need to wait and see on Jerry Judy. I need to wait and see on Amari Cooper in this new environment. Give me the guys I know at least have been in their offenses. Jersey J, what's up? He says, hey, bros. So this is my RB2. I need the brains together on this one. Breece Hall, Cordarrelle Patterson, Mike Davis, full point PPR RB2 spot. Really side note here, Austin, before I kick it to you. Tyler Algier inactive. The eighth running back on the roster for the Falcons is inactive today.
But his score. I'm trying to do a drag on our boy.
Sure. Yeah. So his RB2 here. What are you thinking for Jay here, Austin?
It's not going to be Mike Davis. I'm taking that one off the list right now. I am looking at Patterson or Hall. They both have a lot of question marks. Patterson's going to get the start. Hall is not going to get the start. Who's going to get more time on the field, though? I think I got to lean Patterson, and I hate saying it. I don't like it, but I am a little bit concerned about the early season distribution for Breece Hall. Michael Carter reports have been great. I'm holding out that they're just trying to keep a little bit of a cloak down over there. We've seen these kinds of things before, but all of the reports are pointing to Michael Carter being the one to get the rock first. Patterson is the only real familiar face over there, even though it is a new quarterback. I think I'm going Patterson right now.
Yeah, I think the one thing you could say with Patterson is I feel confident he could save his day with receiving work. And I know Mariota may not check down a ton, but they should use him out of the backfield. They're thirsty or hungry for weapons, whatever you want to say. I agree with you there, Austin.
Mike Davis, I think, is kind of a sneaky play this week. He just feels like such a Ravens running back. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if he somehow gets 18 or 20 carries today.
The latest blurb, though, had me scared off of Davis because I agreed with you, but the latest blurb was saying they signed Kenyon Drake basically to be the de facto starter. So whether or not that's this week or not, I just
feel like
Kenyon Drake's a guy that's
20 carries, 68 yards. He gets 20 carries.
Devonta Freeman last year was a top 12 play for a few weeks. So there's some play here. I just don't know.
Bell was in there too, baby.
Let's go. Before he was knocking out AP last night, man. Crazy stuff.
That's probably the biggest upset of the weekend is Le'Veon Bell.
Agreed.
Right?
Agreed. I would have put my money on Adrian Peterson, but Le'Veon.
Shout out Brett Johnson, though. Shout out Brett Johnson if you're watching, who actually did make a bet on Le'Veon Bell winning that one, and he was
full point PPR. Would you go Brandon Ayuk or Devontae Smith? I love Ayuk, but Dave brings up the weather, so maybe I might lean Devonta Smith here. Dave, do you want to take this one? It's a little bit tougher.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I got these guys literally back to back in my rankings, so tough decision. I don't really have a strong take on either of these guys. I'm not crazy.
Flip a coin
this week, but I'm gonna go with Devonta Smith.
Yeah, no weather there.
Look at that thumb face on that.
No, right?
Does he have like a little ponytail too?
Is that a cone head, dude?
I don't know, man.
I
He's
don't know what that
off-putting, but
is.
it's kind of endearing.
Yeah, it's,
Seems
it's something. It scared Johnny right off the stream. Baki says, also, I'm in some league and I'm starting 3 running backs. One of the running backs is my flex, so I need 3 running backs out of Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Ezekiel Elliott, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So obviously JT is an auto start. I would think Nick Chubb is as well. So we're down to Zeke or CEH, Dave. What are you thinking here?
Oh, I'm benching CEH and not even thinking twice about it. I have no idea what this Kansas City backfield is going to look like, but I think it is going to be a disgusting, hard to read committee. So I'm going to need a few weeks to see how this backfield shakes out before I plug into any Kansas City running back.
That's fair. And you could maybe argue devil's advocate. Oh, it's a tough matchup against Tampa Bay. It was a tough matchup last year, but I think you're right. I think Zeke at least can fall. We can at least guarantee Zeke will probably get goal line looks.
Zeke
I don't know if we can.
RB1 last year. This man,
Well,
isn't
yeah,
dead.
for sure.
He's still
Yeah,
alive.
points.
He finishes at RB1.
Yeah.
We can't just
He's
completely
still
write
alive.
off Zeke yet.
He's not
And
dead
week 1
yet.
for
all right?
Zeke. Week 9 Zeke, we'll see. But week
Yeah,
1
week 1,
Zeke,
you
I
fire
like
him up.
it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's feel good about it too.
Nemo ladies, hey, the jawline, the mini beard, and the smile. Love y'all. Hashtag Whisper Nation Strong. Love you too, brother. KTC Bull says MT or Juju in the flex. This one's tough. Austin, what are you thinking here?
Okay, so we got question marks on MT of the recovery, the ankle, the new quarterback, the new offense.
The hamstring.
Juju is reportedly 100%. Also in a new situation with a new quarterback. Both have had great years past. Both have had a few years in between since good seasons. I think I'm leaning Juju just a little bit on this one. I think I'm leaning Juju. It's like 55-45.
I'm going to go Juju too because I have a little bit more confidence that, Mahomes is going to get him the ball. Plus, top 5 against wide receivers in a good way was the Arizona Cardinals last year. So I think there's points to be had in the highest over-under on the week. So I'll take Juju as well here.
What about you, Dave?
I've got MT a few spots ahead of Juju purely for the ceiling. I mean, obviously, we know there's so much risk. MT could come out there and just be absolute trash. But if you're swinging for the ceiling here, I think that his is much higher than Juju's.
Johnny, you agree with that one?
I could see his ceiling being higher than Juju's, but I think Juju's going to have a good game. Cardinals.
Be nice to know if this is PPR. I mean, I guess they're both kind of PPR guys though too. So we'll just see how Jameis.
I just say that based on like the corners in Arizona. Like it's been a talk all off season.
Guys, before I sign off, can I throw one out to you real quick?
Yes, of course. Please.
Not a little bit. All right. Well, first of all, let me set the stage. This is in a keeper league, so my wide receivers are loaded. I got Cooper Kupp and Justin Jefferson, which is just unfair by itself. And then I need to bench one of these 3. I've got AJ Brown, T. Higgins, and Hollywood Brown. I have to bench one. Who am I benching out of these 3?
AJ Brown, T. Higgins, and Hollywood Brown.
Can only start 2 of those guys.
The only thing I'm thinking here is that T. Higgins is the only one of those 3 that isn't the number 1 this week. So I guess I'd probably be benching T. Higgins. Just, I think his floor is lower than all those guys just because of target volume. And then you look at like Marquise. You got to get Marquise Brown in this week. Like this is the week you have to do it because of all the things going on. So yeah, I'd be with on. It's so tough to bench T. Higgins.
Just feels gross benching T. Higgins. Yeah.
Well, I think you need to make a trade, Dave. You got a lot of wide receivers.
Zero RB approach, and I went a little too deep with wide receivers. Yeah, gotta botch that one.
I want to bench Hollywood Brown, but Travis, you bringing up the other issues going on with the Cardinals offense right now moved that needle for me to the point of even if Hollywood Brown duds, I'm still feeling good about the start. The logic is so strong in that direction.
Well, Dave, before you head out, why don't you tell the people what you're working on this week, where they can find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Dave Kluge, and that's pretty much it. You can find all my stuff there. Everything I'm doing over on video now is at youtube.com/footballguys, but just follow me on Twitter, and you'll see what I'm up to. And then I think I'm coming back. Is it
Thursday night? Yeah, we got you. Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Signed on with the devil, dude. Let's go.
One of our absolute favorites, Dave. It's always a
we
pleasure.
love you, Dave.
Yeah, thanks for
happy
inviting
Sunday,
me, and best of luck.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Hey guys,
Take
it easy. Bye.
All right.
Let's
I love
go.
Dave. It's Sunday. We've got it, and we are rocking through this. So, Johnny, Nemo Ladies asking our boy here, Whisper Nation Strong says PPR 12 team league, Jake Elliott or Greg Joseph, kicker Whisperer.
I was really hoping this would drop this season.
No, this is a bit. You do it for the bit, man.
I would never let it fall. I would create fake accounts.
I would agree. I would roll with Greg Joseph.
Yeah. It's in the dome.
Yeah, it's
High-powered offense. Let's go. Reese Thomas says Chubb or Sutton in my flex. Austin.
I think I got a little Chubb.
Oh, little Chubb. He says Chubb for him. I love it. Andre Silva. Well, hold on. Let me go back to this really quick. Austin, would there be any difference PPR versus non-PPR for you here on this?
Hell yeah. The difference would be almost nothing, man. I think it's just like, look, here, I am so enamored by the upside of Cortland Sutton. He has like that prototypical build. He's big. He's got an amazing quarterback, we think, in Russell Wilson coming in for the orange and the blue for the first time this season. Do I even got to say it? Right. But it's all just hypothetical thought experiments at this point. Like, it really could go that way, but Jerry Judy could come up, have a big moment. Chubb is that RB1, and he's really good. He's playing on a much worse offense. He's probably not going to get the pass catching work, but he should be the main vein for that offense, as where Cortland Sutton is probably going to be an ancillary piece.
The main vein is a Chubb. Love it. Flex Sammy Watkins or AJ Dillon, half-point PPR, Johnny.
We go AJ Dillon, but it could come back to bite me majorly because Sammy could majorly go off. It's week 1, but I would go with AJ.
Love it. Nemo Lady says Eno Benjamin or Jalen Warren long-term handcuff this season. It's actually a decision I was thinking about this morning. So I'll let Austin. Do you have any preference on the two rookie or on the two handcuffs here?
The question becomes who would become a 1-for-1 replacement. Najee Harris goes down. Would Warren fill that whole role? If James Conner went down, would Benjamin come in and fill that whole role? I can't confidently say yes to either of them right now. I think they would probably have a bit more of a split coming forward. I think I would. Eno probably has more standalone value because of the points Johnny mentioned if he does assume that Drake or that Chase Edmonds role this year. But I think if Najee Harris did go down, Jalen Warren would probably have more rest of season value, but you're riding on the Najee Harris.
Well, I think it's a really weird conundrum because it's like, yeah, Warren could step into 1-for-1, but on that team, do you really want 1-for-1 if Eno's 1-for-1? Like if we had because Cardinals offense should be better than the Steelers, right? That's where I'm coming from with it. But I get what you're saying too. Like, could be a guy. If Connor goes down, is Darrell Williams then going to be like the first and second down grinder? And then you've got a situation where it's like, okay, do I really want this? So, yeah, I feel that.
I think it's on that. That's why I was laughing because I was like, you have a point that it like Najee is like we're already like questioning whether we should start him on certain weeks because of that offensive line. And then you're trying to throw in.
Well, he was at least a question mark as someone you drafted because of that.
Right.
Yeah. Travis Elkins, Fant, Mike G, or Likely, or Hurst. Hayden Hurst. So this is a tight end question. Maybe he's replacing George Kittle here, Austin. What are you thinking about these guys? I actually think Gesicki would be a play here.
Yeah,
Gesicki I don't like him, but I think this is the play.
I think Mike Gesicki is the play here. I'm wondering who else you might have on your waiver wire too. I'm not stoked honestly about anybody on here. Mike G would get the nod for me though.
Yeah. Soldier Field looks so bad right now. That's what Dave was saying. I can't wait to see what that looks like. Nemo Lady says Hines worth a stream this week or just play Hunt as my RB2. I'd be playing Hunt. I want to see Hines in this role that they keep hyping him up about first with Matt Ryan on the team. But I think, keep Hines on the roster, but I'd be rolling with Hunt this week. Oh, Fantasy Hoops Noob says half-point PPR, Chase Edmonds or Chris Godwin at the flex, Johnny.
Ooh. I'm probably going to go with Chase Edmonds here because, how healthy do you think Chris Godwin is? And do you think he's going to play 100% of the snaps?
I doubt he plays 100% of the snaps, but I don't think I'm playing. I'm probably playing Chase Edmonds, and this is just for a reason of like, if Godwin comes out and they just try to get him live game action, you're going to be upset. I want to see him similar to Michael Thomas. If I can get Michael Thomas or Chris Godwin on the bench, I'm doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't draft these guys to start this week, right? They were a luxury pick later. You got the discount on them.
I don't know. Maybe you went
zero.
Route
Maybe went RB heavy, and maybe that could be it. But theoretically, based on the ADP, you got these guys at a discount. So I think waiting is all right. Chase Edmonds is a little bit scary, Johnny. I want to see who gets the goal line work in Miami. If Chase Edmonds gets the goal line work, it's like, let's fucking go. Like, it's game on. But
what's
in PPR, though, he should get all of the check down. We were talking a little bit about it on Friday. If Bill takes away Tyreek, maybe even a little bit of Waddle, you could see Chase Edmonds soak up some targets underneath. So I think that's why I'd be into it.
Right now on Underdog, your boy did put it in the bet slip. 2.5 receptions is what their over under
for
is
Chase
for reception. I was like upside, yeah.
So let's play that one.
Yeah.
AJ Dillon or David Montgomery, Trader Lope says, I think I'd go Montgomery here.
Yeah.
I think I would. Just the full slate of the workload in that sloppy game, I'd be going with him. So Jersey J comes back, says, I'm super confused. Sorry to re-ask. Travi and Austin said Patterson, but your boy Dave Kluge saying Davis is a sneaky play, but I'm playing the Saints defense and Patterson is playing them. Yeah, I mean, it's scary to play Patterson. Don't get me wrong. I have him as a fade in my article this week because he only scored 5 points last year against the Saints in that Week 18 matchup. So it's not something you love. The Saints defense very strong up front. But I do think, oh, man, you're going to put my – is it standard or PPR? If it's PPR, I'm going Patterson.
Here's the thing. Dave's was more like it's a sneaky – it's
a sneaky play, but Patterson's a starting running back. Who's electric. The thing about Patterson is he could save his day with a big play. We know he's big play capable.
Right.
So it's like, I don't think Davis is going to do that for you.
Also, Jersey J, it's like, let your opponent make mistakes. Just go with like
what you should do.
Right. Go with what you should do.
Yeah, I like that. Ricardo Montes says full point PPR, T. Higgins, Jalen Waddle, DJ Moore, Deontay Johnson. Pick 2. I'm going with T. Higgins here and DJ Moore. Those would be the 2 I would go with in a full point PPR. Dude, DJ Moore could absolutely smash with Baker in the lineup this year. I want to make sure he's in my lineup, and I love T. Higgins, so I'm rocking with those 2. Thielen or Chase Edmonds, Johnny, in a full point PPR. I feel like if you're not starting Thielen this week, because you got to be starting Thielen as long as you got him, right? Like, and I think that's the.
Yeah, I'd probably go
what do you
Thielen.
think?
I'd probably go Thielen. It's a slightly better matchup. And like you said, we just don't know quite yet if Chase Edmonds, I do presume he's going to get that goal line work, but we don't know that for certain. So yeah, I would go with Thielen. We do know that he's going to, most likely score a touchdown.
Tyson keeps saying that Hunter Renfro is out. You came by Friday and said he's not out, is he?
I have not heard this. So
I know he said it sucks. On Friday, he came in and said it sucks that he's not going to play. Yeah, he's not in here. He's not on this report. It's fake news. Fake news, Tyson.
Is Tyson the one that was talking
Fitty Tyson?
His cousin is, or her cousin is Waller's.
No, I don't know. Eric Saldana says, full point PPR for my flex spot. I have Chris Godwin in the flex for now, but not 100%, or not sure if he's 100%. So Damian Pierce, Tyler Lockett, or Devonta Smith as replacements. Now we're going to test the Godwin theory here, Johnny.
Yeah.
Full point PPR as well. You there?
No.
All right, Johnny's internet brought to you by the Rams offensive line.
Damien, I would probably
try again.
What is
all right? I think I'm going Damian Pierce here. I know Lockett's got the upside.
Yeah,
Devonta Smith is someone you could take a look at as well. But I like Damian Pierce here. At least he should be a all-around back. They've been talking about him as much. This is a spot I'd be willing to go with the upside over Chris Godwin. It's a tough one, though, man. It's a real tough one. Whisper Nation, let's go, says our guy Rob Shorter from across the pond. What's up, Rob? How you doing? KTC Bull says Gesicki or Giddy. I don't know who you're asking. Goddard. Okay. I'd be going Goddard for sure over Gesicki. Another question for another league. Full point PPR, second flex, Rashad Bateman, Travis Etienne, Amari Cooper, Kareem Hunt, or A.J. Dillon. So full point PPR. I'm kind of leaning Cooper or A.J. Dillon here, but I'll go or even Hunt. Let's see. So Kareem Hunt, they're playing Carolina. A.J. Dillon. I'm going to go with A.J. Dillon. I just feel a little bit more comfortable with his role in the offense. Everybody a little bit banged up over in Green Bay. So I think A.J. Dillon's a nice spot because he's going to be featured a bit here. KTC Bull says Christian Watson over Devonta Smith in the flex. I'd be playing Devonta Smith. We have no idea how healthy the knee is for Christian Watson, what it's going to look like, his usage on the field, and he is a rookie asking to be thrown balls by Aaron Rodgers. Could be a little bit scary there. Chad Doak says, who gets the start? Juju Smith, Sterling Shepard, Kadarius Toney, or DJ Moore? Only one. I'm starting DJ Moore this week, Chad. I think that's the way to go. I just think he's more secure, and it doesn't matter quarterback. He's had 1,200 yards, every year. He is that guy for the offense there. Baki says he just tweeted y'all the look of Soldier Field. Man, it's a mess. I bet it is. I can't wait to take a look at that. Yeah, right. Cop Harold says Saquon or Brandon Cooks in the flex, Johnny. You got to go Saquon.
Saquon, for sure.
Yeah, if you got him, you got to start him, man. KTC Bull says suck up or Butker, Johnny. This is right up your alley here. Kicker whisperer.
Butker.
He doesn't want to spend any time. We want you to explain your answer.
No.
He says no. KTC Bull, start three between A.J. Brown, McLaurin, MT, Pickens, Juju, MVS. I'm starting A.J. Brown, I'm starting Terry McLaurin, and I'm starting Juju. Those are my three I'm starting here. I'm letting MT sit on the bench for this week.
Yep.
Jersey J for the third time here says Breece Hall is 100% out for you guys. I'm locking in Patterson, and thank you. Love you guys. Love you too, Jay. Yeah, I think I got to see Hall's usage first. I can't mess around with Hall until I see that they're going to be willing to use him, maybe as the passing down guy or the goal line guy or something. KTC says, fake news, Hill is out with pain. I don't think so. He says fake news. But Elijah Moore or Boyd in the flex PPR, Johnny?
Elijah Moore
or Boyd.
No.
Do I? Yeah, no, I'm good with that. Yeah. Do I start fantasy god Sammy Watkins? Last 3 seasons, he's been good week 1. Depends on who you're starting him over. If that's in that flex, would you go Sammy Watkins over Elijah Moore, Johnny?
No. Well, if you needed the upswing, like let's say you played like Josh Allen week 1, or you played like Cooper Kupp on Thursday night, I would roll with Sammy Watkins. He has a higher upside.
Hey, and we will be answering non-football questions too. You got breakfast questions, you got food questions, just shoot them our way. You got internet questions, you got a suggestion for Johnny for a new internet, let him know. Put it in the chat, dude.
Hold on, I'm going to switch these real quick. Hold down the phone.
Oh, here we go. He's going to unplug he's going to cut the red cord.
No,
and we'll see what happens here.
No, because like I said, my laptop, for some reason, it stays like it's fine. It's good. But it's the desktop that's like the struggle bus to stay connected. So
something's struggling over there.
Yeah. So give me.
All right, let's hold it down here. So Christian Kirk or Mike Williams? Definitely Mike Williams. You got to start BMW right now, especially he should be fully healthy. We know when he's healthy, he just balls out. Devonta Smith or Toney in the flex. I already have A.J. Brown. This is where I would go Toney. I'd play around and mess with Toney. He's fully healthy. He's one of the few Giants that is fully healthy. Was not on the injury report. So mess around and start Toney. A little bit of upside there, especially with A.J. Brown already in your lineup. St. Brown, Hall, or Michael Thomas, half-point PPR. I'm going Amon-Ra, St. Brown, especially in that PPR, or half. I think he's just a smash this year, and I think it starts as early as this week. Gus Ramos saying, I'm hoping Julio Jones goes off trade bait. I'd like that idea. Sell high. I imagine Brady's going to get him involved, especially as Godwin's nursing himself back to health. I think Julio could get very involved to start the year. Nemo Lady said, did Travi and Johnny switch beards? No, we did not. But Johnny going full Jesus mode, full Aaron Rodgers mode. He's really getting after it. KTC Bull says, hoping for Kamara to go insane this week against the Falcons. Shouldn't be too worried about them. Yeah, I like his workflow this week. I like the fact that, the Falcons are a softer defense. I like to see Kamara get after it this week. Freiermuth or Derrick Henry? Oh, no, Hunter Henry. Sorry. Freiermuth or Henry. Let's see. We got Hunter Henry going against Miami. Pretty decent defense there. I take Freiermuth against Cincy. I think that's a decent play over Hunter Henry. Remember, with Henry, so much of his usage last year was these touchdowns. He could get back on that. I mean, that's the risk at tight end all the time, is that they could just be touchdown dependent. But I really like the idea that Freiermuth could soak up some targets here. Start 2 full-point PPR: Marquise Brown, Deontay Johnson, Lockett, and Devonta Smith. This is where I would go Deontay Johnson and Marquise Brown here, especially in full-point PPR. You get the floor with Johnson probably, and then Marquise Brown is just going to smash this week, I would imagine, just out of necessity. All right, here we go. Yobodium 1215. I also have Keenan Allen, still Mike Williams or Kirk. I'd still go with both those guys. It's a high over-under against the Raiders. We know these AFC West games tend to be shootouts. I think you weren't mad starting both of these guys most weeks last year, and I think you won't be mad this year. The target tree concentrates between the three of them, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, and Austin Eckler. So I'm good with that. Gano or Folk, and Broncos D or Chargers D? Give me Broncos defense against Seattle on Monday night. Heavy favorites there. Graham Gano or... I'd go with Folk here. Burrow, Tua, or Jameis. Austin, welcome back, brother. Burrow, Tua, or Jameis here. I'll give you this one.
I think I got to go Burrow, right?
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know why. You got to go for the Tiger King, dude.
I mean, here's the thing. We all know that this doesn't mean this is going to be guaranteed to be the number one of these three quarterbacks when it all says and done. But Burrow just has the most amount of logic pointing in his direction to have the best day. And it's really not that close in this one.
JCJ says, damn, I just got the gut yelling at me. I mean, hey, look, if we're telling you this and your gut's still saying to go a different way, by all
go the other way.
Man, it's your roster. Do not come back here on Monday and say, you guys told me, and I didn't trust my gut. You got to go with the gut, man. Even though it can be wrong a lot of the times. Nemo Lady says, most physical offensive player you've seen. Hines Ward for me when he broke that guy's jaw on a crackback, and I knew he was a bad man. Ooh. I mean, this is basically a setup for Austin to tell us about DK Metcalf here.
Let me tell you what. He was going up against Stephon Gilmore, man. Number one
for the bit, baby.
And he just threw him on the ground.
Yeah, threw it on the ground.
Yeah, offensive player. I mean, Derrick Henry gets an honorable mention, of course. Yeah, maybe that's some recency bias. Troy Polamalu on the defensive side. Just got to throw that one out. Like that one jumps in my mind so cleanly. Just
that guy just jumping over lines so cleanly and blocking punts and destroying people.
Hines Ward is great. Anquan Bolden, Adrian Peterson.
Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, I think he was very underrated physically. That guy could really get you going. Yeah.
He wouldn't lead with it, but if you ever tested him on his physicals, you left disappointed.
Yeah, some of those good physical wide receivers, a coach's best friend. KTC Bull says, I'm risking it with Watson over Devonta. I love the upside play here. I would go Devonta, but I love the gut.
Dude, Deshaun Watson's not playing, bro. He's suspended. Keep him out of your
That's
lineup.
Big risk.
Dude,
start the Chargers D or just don't play one this week. Well, I think if you're going to not play one, you start the Chargers D.
This is actually a great dude. I haven't done the math on these ones, but the amount of negatives week one on my defensive streamer over the years are pretty nasty. And I think like last year, 2 years ago, I had the Bills defense and they still gave me negative points on it. And they were supposed to be good. So like week one defenses are sketch.
Yeah, for sure. But I would say with this one, the reason why I'd play the Chargers D, and I like the Raiders. I'm in on Derek Carr this week. I think it's a good over-under. It's a good game to get into. But that offensive line is probably the biggest weakness on the Raiders team. And the Chargers boosted their defensive line, got Khalil Mack. They got some, obviously got Bosa. So I think there's a way where the Chargers D can still get home in a shootout here and pay off. And we've seen that part happen before too. I could pick up Tony and drop Pickens, MVS. I would keep Pickens. I'd drop MVS and pick up Tony. I think having those two is a good way to roll with it. Big upside on those guys. Should I start Darnell Mooney in the rain? I have Devonta Smith or Drake London, Austin.
Did we get what's the clean report in Chicago for the looking for? I know that the field is fucked, but what are we looking like?
And it's torrential downpour.
It's torrential downpour?
Yeah, that's what Dave was saying.
If it's torrential downpour and that weather stands, you don't start Mooney because all of a sudden you could get yourself, say, Mac Jones throwing the ball for 3 times the entire game with the Patriots last year. Like it can get big weather. Big weather can make it really weird. It can change it from football to rugby like right away. So if it's heavy rain, I'm taking all my wide receivers off. If it's sprinkling, then you got a little bit more to consider. Otherwise, I think Devonta Smith is my nod over Drake London, who was we'll wait and see if he starts or not.
Travis and Austin should beard swap. Not a question, just a statement. Maybe we'll figure it out.
Right.
Start 2 or
put him on me.
Yeah, it's like when they did the Jackass. Only they used pubic hair. They didn't use the actual beard, and they put it on.
It's stage hair.
Yeah. Cop Harrell, thanks for watching, man. Start 2 in the flex. Mooney, ETN, Ayuk, Burks, Irv, Smith. I would be starting ETN and Ayuk here. I think those are my 2 starts. I think Mooney with the weather. Austin really hit it home there for me on that one. Rudy or Remember the Titans. Oh, man, I like Rudy, but I think it was a little bit before my time, so I'm more partial to Remember the Titans. That's just nostalgia coming in. Plus Denzel, man. I'm going Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Jersey J says, I love you, boys. We love you too. Longest yard or the replacements? Now, this is a good one.
They're close. They're close. I find myself, though, late night, Spike TV's got one on. What am I going to sit through the commercials and fall asleep to? The replacements, for me, come up more than the longest yard do, but they're close.
Yeah, we just did that. We just fell asleep to the replacements in our hotel room. The Expo.
Right.
So
the Expo.
That's the winner. Rob Shorter says, do you have any update on Ertz today? I believe he's in, or he's likely in. I don't know if they've reported it yet because they're the afternoon game. Would you start Albert O instead? Half-point PPR. Austin, why don't you take that one? Do you have any leaning on the tight ends here? Would you rather take a limited Ertz sneaking in with the injury, or Albert?
I think I would, and here's why. If Ertz is hurt, which I think he is, and they're still starting him, that's because they're going to rely on him. They're not going to start him. If they didn't need him, they wouldn't start a guy. Albert O, though, they don't need him, and he could be hit or miss no matter what. So I'm leaning Ertz on that. On the other side here for half-point PPR, would you start Gibson or ETN in the flex? I honestly, Gibson, man, I think I'm going to Gibson.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see some throwback appearances from Gibson.
And I just still don't know where James Robinson's at and what they're going to do with him. And because of that, I know that at least Gibson's going to get the work as the goal line back this week. So I think I know that, and I want to roll with that. So I'm with you on that one. Chad Doak, would you chance it with Gainwell or Breece Hall, or play it safe with Carter? So basically for me, this would be between Breece Hall or Michael Carter, and I'm probably going to go with Carter just because he's the starter, and that rhymed. But yeah, that's what I think I would lean with. He should be the passing down back as well, which I think they're going to need in this game against Baltimore. I would lean Carter, and I think that would be. It's just tough. It's tough. I have seen Carter do it. I've seen the offense, basically the offensive staff, say that they want Carter to be the guy. So I would roll with that. Best cereal. If you don't eat cereal, go with best breakfast meal. Well, this one is tough because I do eat cereal, but I like a lot of them. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the 101 of cereal for me. It's amazing. But I love Cocoa Krispies. I love your Frosted Flakes. I love Captain Crunch. O's is a great cereal that's underrated that I think is really good. Captain Crunch, Oops All Berries. I think there's great ones, but CTC, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, is the 101 for me. And best breakfast meal, go-to breakfast meal. Eggs Benedict's really good. I'm a big fan of Eggs Benedict, and I also like a little bit of Moons over my hammy here. What's up, Johnny?
Dude, I think your boy's back.
Oh, don't jinx it, dude. But yeah, you look good. You sound decent.
I sound decent. Okay, good. That's what I was
best
shooting for.
your favorite cereal here. We got a question from Nemo.
As long as I look good, I was fine. Best cereal, I would go with this one's tough for me because I'm a huge Reese's Puff. No, not
You're
Reese's
a huge
Puff.
Reese's Puff?
No, not Reese's Puff candy. Reese's Puff cereal.
Reese's Puff cereal's good.
It's so good. But I also love the peanut butter Captain Crunch. It is dynamite.
Yeah, I love what Gus said here. Captain Crunch, LOL. I don't care if it messes up the roof of my mouth. He will bleed for his cereal here.
That's the only downside to peanut butter Captain Crunch is the scratchy roof of the mouth.
Guys, if we're helping you out here and you're new to the channel, whether you're watching on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube, wherever, Facebook, please hit that follow button, subscribe button over on the YouTube channel. We're trying to grow this brand, get one more subscriber, maybe a couple more, and help you dominate all week long. We've got shows for everything. We have watch parties to root for the game, build bet slips with you. We've obviously got our waiver shows on Tuesday nights, but we've got the audio version of the waiver show coming out in the morning. So we've got you double covered on waiver. We've got start sits. We got Donnie over on TikTok rocking with the start sit questions. Yeah, I mean we're rocking with you Friday news and notes. So please consider following and hanging with your boys all week long.
That's right.
Oh, he was giving you a hard time, KCD. We knew it was Christian Watson, not Deshaun Watson. Don't worry about that.
You rocking with the best. Fantasy
Is Gibson worth giving up on? I wouldn't give up just yet. Brian Robinson still not cleared to come back just yet. So, all right, ACULE, Cooley. I think that might be a Cooley. Jerry, Judy, and James Conner for Diggs and Akers. Would you be getting Diggs and Akers back? Oh man,
yeah. I would do this,
if you can get Diggs, yeah.
If you're getting Diggs,
even if you got to sit on Akers for a few weeks to see if that's not going to happen. Even if you end up cutting Akers, it might be worth it.
Right. But I think the reality is like Akers is going to be better. It's like
is he?
Yes, because here's the reality.
Did you see him just completely go?
He had 0
He's
yards.
not going to be on the field, bro.
He had 0 yards. So yes, he factually would definitely be better.
I don't know. He's got to be on the field, and that dude basically ran the other direction from a block. Dude.
Underdog, make that an over/under bet, and you
listen. I've seen business decisions before in my life. That was the most business decision I have ever seen.
It was a business decision. But here's the thing: it made sense, right? When you're looking at what the Rams needed to do with it. I mean, they already struggled with it. Their pass rush was, their offensive line was struggle bus. Cam Akers is not the best pass catcher, or at least that's not one of his specialties. He is a between the tackles guy. So that's the game. Those are the games you're going to want to target Cam Akers and play him. So yeah, does it suck he's not an every week starter? 100%. But people are, I've heard him being dropped to the waiver wire and whatnot. I'd pick him up because in games where they, are going to win and they just need a between the tackles grinder, it's going to be Cam Akers.
And Henderson has never really stayed healthy.
Right.
So if there's a situation where Henderson gets hurt and they just have to go, this smells like a situation where the Rams are going to trade for someone. That's what I would see. Probably. But we'll see what happens.
Did you see the Sean McVay post conference when he basically was like shunning all of us fantasy football players? And he was basically like, yeah, I want to ruin fantasy managers.
Well, that's not true. I mean, he can say that all he wants. It has not been true. Like you could rely on people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's
he could talk about just smack, but he's just probably pissed at all the people asking about Akers. That's all.
And Allen Robinson.
KTC Bull says, I don't know. My gut was right when I started the Bills D because it felt right. Worked
Well,
gonna
then
stick
you have
with
a
my gut.
huge advantage. So
Yeah, I mean, keep going with your gut, KTC Bull. I'm not saying like I was just saying that was my advice. I would go Devonta Smith over Watson, but I like Watson too. I'm a Packers fan. Let's see him go and see what happens.
You got to go Smith, like especially.
Yeah, I mean, if he wants to go with his gut, he's got to go with his gut. Like that's the end of the day.
Right,
But I think Smith is the smarter play. We have no idea what Watson's usage is going to be.
Yeah.
JP, welcome to the program. Says 10-point PP or 10 PPR, 10-team PPR redraft. Russell Wilson, Aaron Jones, Zeke, Chase, Moore, Bateman, Waller, Penny. Got an offer for Zeke in return of Pittman. Easy decision. My benched RB is Pierce, Wilson Jr., and Henderson. Yeah, I would go get Pittman for Zeke. I think that's a good deal for you. I think you come up on that side of it. I'm good with that. Because you're gonna have you.
I don't know that I would move that. I mean,
yeah.
Pittman.
Yeah, you're taking Pittman for sure.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, you are. You definitely are.
Okay, hold on.
Were you drafting Zeke
out.
over Pittman? We're 1 week in, dude.
Hold on. Hear me out. And yeah, you were taking Zeke over.
No,
Pittman.
you weren't.
And in rational leagues, you were.
Not in PPR leagues.
Here, listen. Just hear me out, okay? And this is good for JP because JP can listen to both sides, decide for themselves. I am a fan and believer in Penny, but let's say Penny goes down like week 3. All of a sudden, now your running backs are Pierce, Wilson, Henderson. We just talked about and Chase, right? Chase hasn't been the most ideal bill of health. We like him. I like the stable of running backs, but there is a reality where, hey, Chase injured, Penny injured, Henderson. We just talked about that injury thing. We don't know about Pierce. So all of a sudden you're like, you could use Zeke. Zeke's are more, running backs are more valuable, especially when people realize, oh, I made a huge mistake. And wow, dude. All right.
No, I mean, I feel you, especially with your roster too. I was looking a little bit at it. Your roster is one you need running back. You have a ton of wide receivers here, I feel. But I mean, I don't know. You have Penny. You've got Aaron Jones. You've got that's Jamar Chase, I'm guessing.
That's Aaron. Aaron Jones.
Yeah. So I think for me, yes. I'm going with Pittman.
I
trade Zeke out, get Pittman. That's what I would roll with.
I apologize. Just ignore the last 5-minute monologue. I would make that trade. I did not see Aaron Jones in there. My mind just.
Nemo Lady says, I've seen the many stages of Big Travie, from no beard to full-on caveman. Love you, brother. You too, Austin. The smile is intoxicating. Well, thanks, Nemo. Appreciate you, buddy. Darius, I believe, is our guy Nemo. He changes his name all the time. He's got all these aliases. He's a man of many faces. I love it.
He changed
Thomas Egley.
Travis changed his team name on.
Yeah, that's true. Mostly changed the bottom of my bench out. That's what. Pickens or Drake London, Austin. Oh, you're muted, my brother.
And I think you got to go Drake London on this one. George Pickens is pretty down there deep. I know Drake London's got that knee issue, but his role should be his.
Nemo says, Travi, I'll never forgive you for the Adams jersey. I asked you all season last year. My tummy is sick. Yeah, I know. And I think maybe because I didn't give it to you, that's why Devontae Adams got traded. So maybe you got the last here. The joke's on you. Tell me how my 16-team money league team is. I was picked 16. Johnny, he's got QB Josh Allen, Dave Montgomery at running back, wide receiver Deebo Samuel, Cortland Sutton, tight end Zach Ertz, flex Rashad Penny, defense is the Chargers, and his kicker Matt Prater. His bench is Mac Jones, Kenneth Gainwell, Devontae Parker, Chase Claypool, and Irv Smith. Is he?
Question?
We're rating his team.
So we'll do. If I would, this is probably going to be a bubble team for me, as of right now. You'll probably be in the playoffs with this team because Josh Allen could carry you on weeks. Cortland Sutton, I do have as the number 1 wide receiver. Penny, I do believe in, like I just said. So, and Deebo, and is this PPR? I'm not sure, but so yeah, I'd say it's a pretty solid team. It's a good foundation. I'll certainly say that. I'd probably trade out some pieces to try to get a little bit more solid over like David Montgomery. Like if David Montgomery balls out today, like he should with that situation, I'd probably look to move, like pair him with like another player, maybe like a Kenneth Gainwell, and try to get, running back that maybe, falls a little bit this weekend because he didn't meet expectations on week 1.
Look, man, this starting lineup is fucking solid. This is great. Josh Allen, Dave Montgomery, Deebo Samuel, Cortland Sutton, Zach Ertz, Rashad Penny. You got no first round picks and redrafts, but like 2nd through 5th round, you're just packing your starting lineup full. If everybody here stays healthy, I think you smash. I'm a little bit concerned about your bench. Mac Jones, Kenneth Gainwell, Devontae Parker, Chase Claypool, Irv Smith all have enormous question marks. These guys could all be waiver wire fodder in a few weeks, but I think your starting lineup is really good.
Especially for a 16 team. It looks like you did pretty well as far as like your starting lineup. So that's pretty good stuff right there. All right, let's see here.
I didn't catch the 16 teamer.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, that's pretty. I don't know. You got all
Albert says Kirk or Bateman full point. Well, first of all, actually, sorry, Albert. We're
What
getting
up,
a second.
Professor?
What up, Ron?
Yeah.
Ron, look, I know you're dealing with some health stuff. Our prayers, our well wishes, everything, the good energy, we're sending it your way, my brother. Glad to see you back and healthy, coming for comeback player of the year this year.
Yeah.
We love you, buddy, and we're glad to see you in here and glad to see you rocking and rolling in that Whisper Nation Listener League chat. So thanks for stopping in here, Ron. Big love for you. Albert says Kirk or Bateman full point PPR. Johnny, I'll start with you here.
It's Bateman for me.
Yeah, me too. 60-40 Bateman.
Austin, defense, special teams, the Chargers, the Eagles, the Patriots, or the Dolphins. Drafted Chargers didn't realize they have Vegas and KC weeks 1 and 2. Standard defense scoring.
So New England and Miami are playing each other.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers are playing Las Vegas, and Philadelphia is versus
Playing the Lions.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think that's a good start. Philly's a nice one. They added a lot of pieces on defense too, so I think they could be set up for a good one. Oh, let's see.
Because he values running backs more.
Yeah, he does.
Think about it. There's not as many.
Yeah, let's see here. Digging for some questions here. Austin, while you were out, we did get the question of favorite cereal and favorite go-to breakfast meal.
Well, my favorite breakfast meal are my famous breakfast sandwiches. Recently, I've been doing them with some honey ham and some Swiss cheese, onions, eggs, just a little bit of salt on an English muffin. Also love my salmon ones. Same thing, just replace the ham with salmon. That's delicious. But cereal-wise, man, I haven't eaten cereal in a while. But like, if I'm gonna go ham, and we're not doing like, it's like it's a Saturday morning cartoons style.
Yeah,
Captain Crunch scores high for me, as does Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Rice Krispies.
Captain Crunch.
Gus said Captain Crunch, and he doesn't care what it does to his mouth.
Yeah.
Like he just
it coats it.
Coats
it like you get those like corn things all up on.
Yeah,
layer
just shred the roof of your mouth there. Okay, let's see here. So Jersey J says, any world where you would start Olave over Bateman in full point PPR?
And one where you think you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
You're like swing for upside. I was like, if you want to lose, you start Olave.
No, it's just like if you need the higher upswing, then I would go Olave. I think his ceiling's higher.
Player you're ready to see the most today? Love this question. We'll start with you, Austin, then we'll work through the panel here.
Player I'm ready to see the most today. Oh man. Wow. I can't get away from him. And I talk a strong game on it, and I mean it too. But like, I've been with this man for now, like going on 20 years, close to it. And we've had some amazing times up and down. I still want him to be traded, but it's Aaron Rodgers.
I was like,
with the fresh haircut, Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, and you got me on that one, Austin, because I was like, who the hell has been around for 20 years that Austin is going to like
number 18.
claim as? Yeah, no, that was good. You had me on that one.
Johnny, what about you? Player you want to see the most today? Or you're ready to see the most?
I would probably say,
excuse me.
I'm really excited to see, I'm really excited to see Saquon.
Yeah, you spend all offseason stealing my guy, and then you steal him in our league of record, and now he's the guy you want to see the most. It just makes sense.
I mean, it
No,
just
no.
happens like
I'm with you. I love Saquon. I think CMC is another one I really want to see healthy. But there's so many, man. I'm ready for Cortland Sutton on Monday is going to be a great one to watch and see how good he can be. Jamar Chase in year 2.
Very excited.
I definitely want to see what that looks. Justin Jefferson in year 3, ready to just, what was the blurb today? He's ready to take the crown as the number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah,
Etienne,
no.
Travis Etienne.
Etienne, that's a great one.
He said he wants
Breece
to take the triple crown. That's what, so he
wants to go do that. Oh, okay.
So he wants to lead in receptions and yards.
Well, I mean, I want a lot of things.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah,
sign me up. I got Justin Jefferson.
I mean, he's got a spot to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love the double dip.
Jose Vega says, start 1 tight end, Komet or Ertz, full point PPR.
Oh, dude, I would have went Komet for me if it wasn't raining so hard. But I'm gonna go with Ertz since it's raining like cats and dogs. And
I think I'm with him, but I freaking love that it's this close.
Yeah, I think I might lean Komet because I think if you're talking I wouldn't start Mooney, but Komet's a guy could soak up a ton of targets in full point PPR just because he's right there. He's like a check down guy for Fields in this offense. I wouldn't be surprised if he led targets over Mooney this week. But yeah, that weather is a little scary for sure. I don't know. I might lean Komet though. More rushing yards today. Fields or Lance will either hit 250 yards passing.
No, I've seen Baki's tag of us on Twitter of the field. Oh my gosh, dude! It's like a flood. It's like a flood team out. Like when your house
the swamps,
floods. Dude, they're like literally squeegeeing puddles and piles of water.
We're about to get like oh my god! It's like the LaShawn McCoy snow game in a climate change world.
Bro, so on Underdog.
Oh my god, I'm looking at it, dude. What is this field,
I
dude?
know, right?
It's like have you seen those videos of the volleyball players playing in the water?
Yeah,
have you seen those courts, the volleyball courts they put in the water?
Yes,
dude, they put a football field in the water.
That's exactly what it looks like, dude. It is.
It's like flowing. What's weird too is there's like a current to it. It's like moving. The water. There's like.
Dude,
there's like migration patterns in the water.
This is insane. You got to look this up if you're listening on audio.
Dude, can we just put this on now? Just put this on. Put this on here. Hold on.
Yeah,
I gotta.
Oh yeah, show us the score. That's a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea.
Let me see where this one was here. Where's the?
Dude, this is great. This is okay. Also, well, this just reminded so on Underdog, Austin, there is an over/under bet.
Look at this.
Oh my goodness! Wait, is that you walking over there?
No.
Those look like Crocs for a second.
Michelle Steele, new turf at Soldier Field, getting good soaking today.
Oh yeah, dude! Look at that.
Look at that field,
bro. What? Also, what are these shoes?
Also, yeah, no, I know. Well, then,
right? Like what? So what are these?
Baki, if you go to he
was that Baki filming or what? That was a player, right?
No, well, that was a different one that Austin looked up, but there was one that Baki tagged us in, and they're literally squeegeeing the field, and there's just like massive,
I love it. Let's go.
So, I was gonna say is on Underdog, there's an over/under bet that use promo code TFW for money match up to $100. But there is an over/under of Lance 41.5 yards, rushing yards. Oh, he's definitely smashing that with the weather.
Nice. Well, we're smashing Jonathan Durst question here because he just hit us with a super chat.
Woo!
You know what that means?
Gotta go ahead with a little whisper.
Woo! And who to start at the flex, says Durst. He says Breece Hall, Devonta Smith, or DJ Shark. Quarter point PPR.
Shout out. This is our keeper league.
So I'm actually kind of tempted to get Shark in there because I think the upside's there, but I think I'm going to go with Devonta Smith. I think it's a little bit of a safer play here. I don't know if anybody else on the panel wants to weigh in here, but Devonta Smith is definitely where I'm leaning here.
You should go Michael Carter because I know he has him.
I'm with Devonta Smith too, and I would lean Breece Hall over DJ Chark. I think they both have big question marks on usage, and I like Breece Hall's upside over Chark's, given I think their question marks are kind of similar.
I
But
guess
I'm with
that's
you
true.
there.
Yeah, you could see like a home run hit at a Hall on a good carry that could definitely get you there.
I know we love to talk about how talented DJ Chark is supposed to be, but like, do I got to say it out
Yeah,
loud?
new offense for sure.
He is
Question mark.
pretty good wide receiver. But I
Pro Bowl wide receiver 2019, but 2019 was a long time ago.
I just
So,
said
in
well, it
football
was
years.
with Blake Bortles.
Yeah,
Popping those Bortles.
smoking darts.
Austin, I just tagged you in that tweet.
Would you take a chance on Chase Edmonds over Zeke in standard this week? I would not play Chase Edmonds over Zeke in standard. No. Yeah, Ronald coming in. No.
No.
Daniel Pierce, thanks for watching. He says, y'all taking Edmonds or Juju PPR? Ooh, this one's tough, but I think I'm going Juju. I just really like the matchup. I like the over-under. I like the quarterback. I don't know if Edmonds is going to be the goal line back. You know,
I think in week 1, I'm going Edmonds actually, just because they both have question marks. And if I am even, I'm going running back. And to me, it's hard for me to bring up a point where they're not like straight up even. I don't know about their usage. Edmonds brings upside with his play style. Juju brings upside with the team he plays for. But I think I'm actually leaning a little bit Edmonds on it. I don't like it, but that's where I'm at.
yeah. I
I
can
would-
definitely see it.
I'd
But-
probably go Juju because I like that over under a lot. And like I said, the Cardinals corners, little struggle. It could be a struggle.
Kyle Woods, what's going on? Thanks for watching. He says, got to sit one. Mooney, Montgomery, Jacobs, or Michael Thomas. Full point PPR. Rain in Chicago is crazy, as we've been talking about. I'm assuming this is Dave Montgomery, Josh Jacobs in full point PPR. I mean, I'd be playing Montgomery. I think it'd be Jacobs or Michael Thomas in the full point PPR I'd be between. And because of Michael Thomas's situation, I'd probably lean even Jacobs here. I don't love it, but that would be my take. Anybody else want to weigh in here?
If the rain keeps going, dude, I'm just putting Mooney down. Man,
Yeah,
it turns football
what
to
I'm
rugby.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Put-
at.
But if it
Mooney
chills, but
down.
if the weather chills, like this might be one of those things you got to like be watching it right up until the minute to watch those weather reports. Because like if it's gonna get worse, get them out. But if it's like no, it's gonna be better by the second quarter, then Mooney gets a bump, and then I'm with you.
We got 11 minutes till kickoff.
Jersey J said, speaking of players he wants to see, Barkley, but he also said looking to put that DK trash talk to bed.
Oh,
I know that's
dude, yeah,
close to Austin's heart there.
DK's gonna go off, dude. He's gonna show Russell what he.
Are you benching guys like Mooney and Ayuk that are playing water polo today for someone like Romeo Doubs and Claypool, since both could get massive targets?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if Doubs is really in line for massive targets. I know we like a little bit of the upside here, but
Gotta
Sammy
stay first.
Watkins is still playing, like
Cobb.
Christian Watson, Randall Cobb, who Doubs will probably rotate with, like honestly. So I think Tunyon's going to play. Both the backs are playing, so I don't know if I'd be in on Doubs. Claypool, I guess, would be the question. Would you get Claypool in over Mooney or Ayuk?
I would put Mooney, or I'd put Mooney and Claypool in.
Oh, I mean, Ayuk, like if you're going to start one of those guys from that game, I'm starting Ayuk. He's the yak guy. Yeah, I'd be going Ayuk for sure.
What? Debo's the yak guy.
I mean, they're all yak guys in San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk runs the deeper routes.
Yeah, but isn't that what Mooney does too? Like,
No, but the thing is they're going to actually use like quick screens and whatnot to Mooney this year. So that's why I'm saying like in a weather situation, like I would be more comfortable with someone who's going to get the ball close to the line of scrimmage this year. Like they're going to find ways to get Mooney because he's so effective and electric.
Hamish Dallas says Mike D or Ramondre RB2 and PPR.
I'm going Ramondre with the upside on it. I just remember so many Ravens running backs last year being just so fucking disappointing. Like they end up using 3 or 4 of them by it's all said and done. Lamar is still Lamar. Ramondre really some upside with how he can play.
Yeah, to that point, Austin, especially earlier in the year, right, when they were trying to figure out who was going to be the replacement for them. They were cycling through Le'Veon Bell and all these different guys, Latavius Murray. So I agree with that. We think it might be Mike Davis, but they also had the Kenyon Drake blurb, so it could be anybody today, really. At Ron, would you play Patterson? Oh, Jersey J asking Ron the same question he's been on all day. Cash's stylist says Amon-Ra or Bateman. I'm going Amon-Ra, man.
Yeah.
I think we got to continue to go with what we've seen so far. Metcalf or Mooney? Metcalf, right? I think we're in unison on that one. Hamish saying, thanks, boys. You're welcome. All right, we've got a few minutes here before we get into the watch party segment of the show. I'm going to take a look at some lineups.
Our lineup.
Yeah, we're gonna spend some time working on our lineups here for a little bit. So bear with us there. Let me see. I think I'm pretty set. I do have Zach Ertz question in another league, and Kittle. In the Zach Ertz league, I'm going with David Njoku though. I think that's a strong
Njoku over Ertz.
I think so. The limited Ertz kind of messes with me. What do we think? Do I still just roll with Ertz?
I think he's gonna be fine.
I kind of like Ertz too. I think
Okay.
if he's playing, he's in. And in the Njoku one, it's kind of a wait and see for me too. On Njoku.
Okay. And in the Kittle league, I went with upside here. I'm going Mo Alley Cox.
Okay.
For a little bit. No Jack Doyle. Going to play a little bit of upside on that Colts offense. It's a little risky. It's really all that was there. I don't know if you guys got anything you're in between here. Austin, I know on Thursday you were talking about some guys.
No, I do have a couple. I think I'm feeling pretty settled though. In our league of record, I was considering right after the draft, Breece Hall or Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson gets the nod for me there.
Yeah.
That's really quick. Then the question came down to between these four, I gotta not start one. It was Jamar Chase, Juju. Well, no, I got three. I gotta start two. Juju Smith-Schuster, DK Metcalf, Breece Hall. Standard. I think I'm benching Breece Hall this week. I'm putting DK Metcalf in my flex. I'm starting Juju in my wide receiver 2 spot. And I'm going to hope that Breece Hall scores 30 points on my bench. I
think I would have loved to play Ayuk today, but that weather just squashes anything. But I love that you put Big Mr. Flex in the flex, dude. Get some DK in there, dude. You're gonna see how strong DK can. Yes, he is the flex play. Yeah. Johnny, you got anything you're chewing on?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out and submit my last or my Scott Fishbowl lineup, and I gotta. So basically, do I sit Cole Kmet? I got the 4 tight ends. Cole Kmet would be the 5th tight end play.
Tight end, dude.
Yeah, I went hard on it. So it's basically I would bench Kmet, and then I would have to pick either starting Chris Olave, AJ Green, or Chase Edmonds.
I like Chase, unless you got updates.
Yeah, I would
like
be.
Chase?
I like Chase over Olave.
I also think with Chase's, Austin kind of talked me a little bit more into Chase this week because at least out the gate, we got him healthy now. He's not going to be limited.
Right.
This is where they want to use him. They paid him first. I think this is when you smash Chase in your lineup, and then we kind of see what happens with everything too.
Okay, so and you would do AJ Green.
Well, Ronald coming in here says AJ Green.
You got to start 3 wide receivers. You have to.
Oh, well, then there you go. You got to get AJ Green in there.
1, 2. Yeah, but that means that I have to I either have to bench Chase, Zeke, or Penny.
Chase, Zeke, or Penny?
I would.
Yeah, because I'm starting Gesicki. I'm starting Kelsey. I'm starting Pitts. I'm starting Schultz. Or no, I'll sit Gesicki. This week.
I'd do Olave over Gesicki this week.
Yeah, that's a smart play, right? Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
All right, cool.
Did we get this one over here?
Dolphins defense or Patriots defense or Cowboys defense? I'm going to just lean Patriots. Oh, man, this is tough. I'm going to lean Patriots defense only because Dolphins have a lot of new things going on. So I'm going to rock with the Patriots defense. That's the one side of the ball I probably don't have questions on in New England.
Also, Bill Belichick against rookie. Rookie.
Hey, just breaking news right here. Apparently, Jay Glazer reports Michael Thomas could be limited to 20-30 snaps.
Oh, get him out! What is going on?
Well, I think we had kind of advised to caution on Michael Thomas this week,
Well,
so I hope
more
that
caution now.
yeah, even more caution now for sure.
I wasn't being cautiously.
Yeah, so I think I'm leaning Patriots defense on this one.
Cowboys
Ray.
play this week?
The Tampa Bay
Bay.
Buccaneers. Yeah,
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm not surprised at all to see the Cowboys defense pop off. They got so many weird question marks. Tom Brady hasn't been all the way active. They've got some playmakers over there. This
Tom
is
Brady's never lost to the Cowboys in his career, but that means he could be due.
Ooh,
Could be due this week.
could be.
I think I'm with you, Travis. Week one,
I think I'd go Patriots, but I like the contingency or the contrarian Bucks down narrative too. I think especially the interior of that offensive line is
like their offensive line isn't awesome. Their weapons are all banged up. Their quarterback has been very cryptic this offseason.
Yeah.
Julio or Bateman in PPR. For the
I like
flex.
Bateman.
Yeah, I like Bateman.
60-40 Bateman.
What's going on here with this?
Do we have any questions? We're coming down to. We just got a couple of minutes now before lineups are going to be locked in, and football's starting.
Yeah, baby.
Let's go. I'm just like checking on my last second.
Mooney, Olave, Tyler Boyd, pouring in Chicago.
I'll go Olave for me.
Me too.
Yeah. It's got a lot of upside, especially with Winston. Oh, so another kind of like surprising thing. Winston rushes a lot more than I thought he does. Like there was an over-under prop bet or a rivalry bet on Underdog, and it was Mariota plus 11 rushing, or sorry, Mariota or Winston plus 11.5 rushing yards. And I was like, oh, that's got to be a smash for Mariota, right? Like that's what Mariota does run. Dude, like Winston actually runs a little bit more than Mariota does. And I didn't know it.
Trey Lance or Derek Carr with the weather. Am I worried about Lance or do I go?
I kind of like the Derek Carr start this week. They're going to be safe
I
weather.
just
Everyone's
thought of
healthy
that.
there.
Yeah. Hopefully.
All right.
It's going to be so interesting to watch this 49ers offense this week, even with the rain.
Right.
I know. I'm excited for that game.
Whisper Nation, good luck.
Yes.
Buckle up.
Absolutely. And we are rocking and rolling here.
10 o'clock.
Dude,
It's Christmas.
I'm pretty sure I hope I did.
Look, all of us have all the hope in the world right now. I mean, probably
no,
unless you want to get
It should be like,
Josh Allen.
the trend they've been doing of like, here's before my first drink, and here's right during my last drink. Here's my face before kickoff starts.
Right.
Here's my face after Sunday night.
Right.
Trying to get us set up here on Red Zone behind the scenes. We're going to be watching the first morning game action with y'all, Whisper Nation. Rooting with some of this stuff going down. I got to get my new purchase of Sling TV up and going here.
Oh, let us know that one.
Purchase with the best.
Whisper Nation, good luck.
Yeah.
We'll see you. I'll see you soon. I love you guys.
Yes.
Oh,
Love you,
Travis,
Austin.
Johnny.
See ya, Austin. Love you guys. I love you. I don't know.
John, you got your phone next to the
I think so.
something's
Hold
going
on.
on over there.
Something's
You're
going on, of course. Hold on. Give me a
Oh
second.
yes, Snap in the house. What's up, brother?
Oh, what
Brothers.
up?
Yep. We're gonna be reacting here. What live reactions? That's a first. Yep, this is new this year. Johnny, you've got some sort of interference, and if you don't get it off, I'm gonna kill you. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, we're in it now. We've got all the stuff working, rocking and rolling. Let's see. Is anything playing right now? My Sling TV
All right.
here.
Am I better? Am I better?
Yeah, so cliffhanger works. I'm still hearing it, so I don't know.
Cliffhanger.
Yeah, cliffhanger's on FX right now, so that works. Let's see.
All right.
NFL
hold on.
Red Zone. Oh, come on. everybody's smashing red zone right now. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, because it's the first day of football. Am I right? Let's go.
Dude, I will email the shit out of Sling TV if they can't get this going, dude. Yes, Ronald, it was my phone. But ever since then, I have thrown my phone across the room when we start because I don't want to be blamed anymore for it. But it's definitely some good stuff, sir.
It's definitely
Come on.
It was definitely me, for sure.
Oh yeah, this time it was.
Yeah.
That time was not.
I'll take responsibility for that.
I love Nemo's question for the chat. I mean, we've talked about it a little bit, but who is everybody excited? Ronald, who are you excited to see today? Gus, who are you excited to see the most?
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comment. What do you want to see right out the gate to really, help you get through this Sunday here? I started a new job. Started a new job 2 months ago, and now I got weekends off. So ready for the season. Gus, we love it. Hopefully the new job is a move up. And if not, hopefully it's just a good thing for the mental health. So we appreciate you being here, rocking with us. No, dude, not temporarily unable to load the content. Dude, I don't pay for this to not have the content.
I mean, this is facts. This is how I felt about another cable company I will not name.
Bro.
Because they do the same thing, dude.
You can't crash on the day of, dude. Like, the only reason I purchased this was for this. Oh, man. Sling TV down bad. I'm going to be all over their Twitter.
Your one job. That not yours, Travis. I'm saying like Sling's one job.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know.
I'm
just I'm going to hit up Sling TV. I want to check out the chat, Johnny, or see what's going on here.
Yeah, let's let me escape here. Not escape the watch party, but Ron saying good luck to Gus, but not us. It's cool. I get it, Ron. Prison rules. It's cool. As a Pats fan, I'd like to see. Yes, Gus. I'm with you, man. I'd love to see what Mac Jones put together today. Also, I mean, we're 3 minutes in. No sleep alerts.
Let's see. Maybe do we have any
plays as of yet?
CBS or Fox, I guess, to go for?
Yeah.
I mean, what I could do is
Kansas City was on.
Oh my God, dude, this is so frustrating. I mean, why do I even live?
Why do I even live?
Bro. Oh my God, dude. Them squeegeeing this field is absolutely nuts.
Right? Isn't it insane? What we can do.
Bear with us. CBS doesn't have a game on. At least in this area.
Fox does? Fox
has
I bet. The Kansas City game?
Yeah, that's what but I don't get Fox on this stupid. Dude, I'm going to tell you something right now.
NFL Red Zone.
Oh, people are coming in with the same on the Sling. Dude. No, not temporarily unable, dude. Load it. All right, what about we'll have to illegally download it. Don't come after me, NFL.
This is your own fault.
Let's see. We want red zone though. This one. No. Where's the NFL?
Where? Wow, Mariota first play of the game, 11-yard rushing. One carry, 11 yards. Carolina has the ball to start. Chicago has the ball to start.
I mean, for now, maybe we could share the sleeper game center if you wanted to. I don't know if that. Oh, come on, dude.
I was debating, but I couldn't get it to do that zoom in thing like Austin. I didn't. That was pretty cool how we did it in the meeting, but
Bro, none of these are working.
whoa, dude, Steelers marching down the field.
Really?
Claypool, check this, dude. Mitch is lighting it up right now. Claypool, 1 reception for 5 yards. Next play, Mitch Trubisky,
Lighting it up.
dude. Mitch Trubisky, 1 to Deontay, completion, 1 yard. Third play, completion, Pat Freiermuth, 3 yards. 3 for 3. Let's go. Lighten it up for a whole 5 yards. Oh, Detroit in the red zone already.
Ooh, that Philly defense not looking great.
Oh, DeAndre Swift, 1 carry, 51 yards.
Whoa, bro.
51-yard gusher.
That's awesome.
Wow. Oh, nice. DeAndre Swift, 1 reception, -1 yard, but it's still a reception. We need to get DeAndre Swift to have over 4 receptions.
Dude, sling, dude. Why did you even?
Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, this is a smart Gus bust right here. This is how
What do you say?
jailbroken fire stick. There you go.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Hertz and AJ is Professor Ron's 2 guys that he's looking out for.
oh, a new update of the app. Hopefully it fixes our bullshit.
Is that what it said? They're like,
Oh my God, why is it unavailable, dude? It can't be unavailable. This is what I paid for.
Right now, Detroit only team right now in the red zone. Colts in a timeout.
Dude, everybody is retweeting my tweet right now.
Yeah.
I said, at Sling, why is my red zone not working? Only reason I purchased this subscription was for red zone. Figure it out.
Nice.
Dude, they better figure it out, or I will burn this city to the ground.
Mariota, pass completion to Kyle Pitts for 11 receiving yards. Oh, dude, he is just
CMC with 1 reception for -5 yards. That's tight.
dude. So Mariota has had 4 passing attempts so far, and 3 of which, so he's had 4 pass completions or 4 pass attempts, 3 of which were to the tight end position, 2 to Kyle Pitts, 1 to Hesse, the backup tight end, and then 1 pass to Cordero.
Bro, if I have to spend the first week not seeing any football, I may kill myself. It's getting real.
Jags are in the red zone too.
Oh man.
James Robinson, 1 carry for 22 yards. Christian Kirk, 1 reception for 25 yards. My boy Zay Jones, dark horse, 1 reception for 15 yards.
Oh my guy Trevor Lawrence going to come out slinging today, huh?
Yeah, dude, 2 for 3 for 40-yard completion or for 40 passing yards.
Where is the crack streams?
Dude, is Detroit going to score? Dude, they're like right there. Jared Goff completion to Hawkinson. They're at Philly's 5 right now. Dude, DeAndre Swift, another 1 carry, 12 yards.
Gonna have a big game, huh?
Dude, he's gonna have a mega boss game.
Remember when you didn't take him?
I know that was a hard decision for me.
I could
It really
tell.
was. Bro, I went back and I used like the whole 2 minutes. Like, do I go with my boy Swift, have him like his first 3 years? I'm really like where he's at this year. Or do I go with Saquon, who I think can be the number 1 overall back? And that's where my whole playing philosophy kind of changed over this offseason, talking with a bunch of the analysts and stuff on the show. Subscribe if you're new to our channel, just checking us out. But I went with more upside players than banking on whether or not I thought that they were going to be solid and good, which I think Swift is excellent, but I think he might sneak into the top 5 as like the ceiling of his potential, but at least this year. But I think Saquon can actually be the number 1. But I am more confident that Swift is the top 10 running back than Saquon is. Now I got some more bugs.
I just don't.
Hey. It's good to know, Travis. It just puts it in perspective, because it's good to know that, hey, week 1, things happen. Things don't always
for
go according
sure.
to plan.
It's
I mean,
great
it's
to
not,
know, but I want them to figure it out. I mean, I'm definitely going to try and get more than a couple months free of this bullshit.
We got
Hey,
yeah, I got bugs.
Fix your damn shit.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God, the pop-ups on this site are just god awful. This is week 2, dude. I don't. Streams red zone. Oh my God, dude. Well, we might have to. I don't know. What do you think, Johnny? We might have to call it here. Try and pick this back up next week. Oh, checking something out. Johnny's going to try and fix his situation. If anybody's got updates for us, let me know. For some reason, my Sling TV that I just purchased yesterday, not working. Makes sense. It is the first day, but still doesn't make it any less frustrating for me. Let's see. God, dude. All right, Whisper Nation, we're gonna hit you back next week. We're gonna try and get this figured out. Red Zone was a bust today, but for Johnny Game Time Hicks, for Austin Sear, I'm Big Travie. We're the Fantasy Whisperers. We'll see you next week. Peace.